Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look in the description, you will see how I provide the chapters. Take, for example, some of you probably only care about all the collection continuations, maybe some of you only care about all the weapons and tool skins for this week. Well, if you truly wish to skip ahead, just look at the description, all the chapters are provided to you there. And with that, good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. But before I proceed to talk about all of them, I've got to point out Halloween is upon us. So, the brand new collection for the Halloween 2025 contest entries has appeared, produced by TGG of course. All Halloween skin submissions have to be uploaded and ready by Tuesday, October 7th, 11:59 PST time zone. So keep an eye out. This will be linked in the description. 2 skins have already appeared, but the very first one was in fact the Death's Veil Garage Door, produced by Shedmon. And in fact, if you go over to my short videos, you'll see I've already got a little showcase for that. So yep, that's very nice. That's very cool. We have 2 garage doors already this year. Do not be surprised if we see a whole bunch of them. Like every Halloween, there's tons and tons of garage doors. One thing you should also keep an eye out for is newer skin creators. I've never seen this guy before, but that's fine. This is usual. With holiday submissions, like, you know, Lunar New Year, Valentine's, Easter, Halloween, Christmas, we always see tons and tons of skin submissions. And of course, a lot of new skin creators appear. This is also a great time to scout out a new batch of people to follow, because if you're very impressed with their holiday skins, maybe you might want to go ahead and see what they make during the weeks. So cool. Keep an eye out. There's going to probably be up to about 200 Halloween skins, maybe even more. That's what we're anticipating. Again, that will be linked in the description. Just keep an eye out. And now over to here, we have the Rust Workshop skin checks for September 9, 2025. I've got 94 skins here. Get a good look at all of that. Lovely stuff. Now, of course, if you're going to go look at all these skins in your own time, this link will be at the very top of the description, so just take a look and you'll see that right there. If you're going to go see these in your own time, you're more than welcome to do so. However, if you want to listen to the dulcet tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps away talking about all these skins, well, sit back and relax. Let's get started with Deployables. Here we have the Floor Cabinet Locker. So with the recent Exhibit Decor DLC pack, we got an interesting batch of brand new lights, including this brand new shelf. Yes, it lights up. Yes, put it on your wall. It's also storage. Very nice, very handy, very convenient. Well, Mr. Verona has decided to make a locker reminiscent of it. And yes, it also glows exactly like the shelf. So that's a very interesting design, a very interesting approach. Are you impressed? Do you like it? Well, feel free to go ahead, comment below. And of course, you know, consider voting yes or no if you happen to like it. Throughout this video, I'm going to insinuate, allude to, and indicate that maybe you want to consider voting yes or no. However, I should clarify, this does not impact whether a skin gets accepted. But the skin creators can see it and, you know, probably keep them nice and happy if you voted yes. If you really want to get your word across, you know, if you want to really showcase that you like a skin, why not go to the comment section? Say some nice, kind words. It really does go a long way. Keeps those skin creators nice and motivated to keep putting out nice creative designs. However, if you don't happen to like a skin, but you know exactly why not offer some constructive feedback? Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. It could help them out. Oh, Mr. Ockerson here. A good one, perhaps with some items. So, you know, that's a very straightforward, very, like, simple request of, well, you know what, if you were to redo it, why not add some items in it and whatnot? And you know what, that's actually perfectly, fine idea. Mr. Verona could go ahead and make an alternate version. Or maybe at some point in the future, if this wasn't accepted, he could incorporate that into a brand new version too. So, whatever you say, just make sure you're nice, concise, and straight to the point. Try and help them out. And maybe we'll see these skins be changed, altered, and actually accepted in the future. But let's see if this actually gets accepted first. So best of luck to Mr. Verona. That's a perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark locker design. Let's see if it gets accepted. Best of luck to you. Alright then. So we got a fridge skin right here, produced by Anubis Dunk. Now recently, he's been making a lot of deployables that's quite literally made out of like gold bars. I've got nothing against that, but now it's a fridge. And I do question, is that going to keep my food nice and fresh? Cold? You could just take a bar out and just go buy something brand new, takeaway and whatnot. Anyway, that's a perfectly fine looking fridge skin right there. Best of luck to Anubis Dunk. Now over to here, we have the Apotheosis of War rug. So just a few days ago, I uploaded a short video showcasing the garage door, and a lot of people liked it. Well, now we have a rug skin. Could we potentially have a very cool, very interesting looking deployable collection that perhaps quite a lot of people would appreciate? Well, consider showing your support. It's in your hands. Best of luck to Icona. And you know what? I'll ask you right now. What deployable would you like to see them make next? Feel free to say. Or maybe go to the comments as well. Best of luck to you, Mr. O'Connor. Now over to here we have some furnaces. So what do we see over to here? First up, the baby furnace. Well, baby to the large furnace. Oh, okay, that's a cute, silly little design. Does it light up quite nicely at night time? I think so. Is that like reminiscing the holes you see here? I'm not sure if that's actually glowing or if it's reflecting. But it does match out quite nicely with a large furnace. That's a pretty cute design there, Mr. O'Keefe. So, best of luck to you, sir. However, right there, we see the first collection continuation for this video. The Oeysis collection. Now, Oeysis, come on now. You know Face Punch calls it the Oeysis collection. You don't have to confuse me so much. Anyway, we saw free skins being accepted in the past. With the recent Complete the Sets Rust store, we saw the return with the sheet metal double door being accepted. And let me tell you right now, that's actually doing very nicely. So if I were to just quickly navigate over to here, if I were to type in Oeysis, let's get a good look at this. Because unfortunately, these three skins, they're not doing very well. But that sheet metal double door, ever since it came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago, that stays in the positive and it's doing very nicely. I actually bought 30 of these. It has gone up by 50%. It's only got 13 listings. That is in a very, very, very interesting spot. Already, it's up in price. But the potential with a brand new collection continuation, I do think you have a positive impact on these. However, with these three skins here, when this appeared, these hardly changed. I don't think there's enough interest in these, but I do know for a fact a lot of people do like the sheet metal double door. So if you were to consider investing into something with the potential to see the furnace, well, that's the one. So we'll see if you go up any higher. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. So, all right then, cool. Back over to here. With the Oeysis collection, could we see another skin? Could the eye that stares at you, could we see another skin for it? At night time, it does light up quite nicely, looking pretty sweet. Will the eye be staring at you in your base? Ooh. So, yeah, that's a perfectly fine looking collection continuation. Best of luck to Papacal Universe Kid. Let's see if we see more. Right, so back over to here. Let's take a look at some small boxes. First up, here we have the Vehicle Parts version 2. So, I actually showed a short video quite recently showcasing the work crate. You see, with small boxes, you can actually hide them in rocks, like the rocks that stick out like the ground. You see a lot of it around where the ocean is and whatnot. Anyway, point I'm trying to get across is, with these transparent small boxes with like the top half all invisible, it's a lot easier to hide it. And basically, I'm not sure if Face Punch is happy about that. I do recall when a work crate was accepted, this appeared originally with a version 1, like a week or two afterwards. Wasn't accepted then. I'm questioning, will it be accepted now? I'm not 100% sure Face Punch is happy with this design, but they did accept one before, didn't they? Maybe they don't want to do it again. We'll see. Best of luck to Flate and Meeseeks, and if you do want to see more things like that, show your support. Best of luck to these two. Now over to here, Flight Recorder. Mr. 098, are you aware of what appeared in the pilot pack like a month ago? Are you aware it's a small box? Because, well, just to clarify, we already have a Flight Recorder small box in the pilot pack. Why have you made a Flight Recorder small box here? Bit awkward. So I do hope you know it was a small box and not a large box. Anyway, best of luck to you. Let's see if that works out. If you like it, show your support. Best of luck to Mr. 098. And now over to here, another attempt for a storage collection. Or rather, just to clarify, small box. So, okay. Small box storage collection. Technically speaking, we've only ever seen it with the neon storages. And that was only 5 skins in total. So, not sure. But it wouldn't be the first time we saw like a storage collection and another storage collection at the same time. Let's see if it happens. Best of luck to Fresh, Risk, and Somebody Stop Me. Do you like the design? Feel free to comment below and, you know, comment here. Best of luck to these three. Now, speaking of storage collection, let's just quickly bring up these two skins here. So we have the MK3 Medical Large Box. Hurricane Adoinski, unfortunately, I didn't notice your skin last week. I did showcase it in the Abnormals video, and now I'm showcasing the second one here. But I do have to question. Both of them like exactly the same. They both have like the same positioning with glow. The name's just different. Like, look at these two recent submissions. You could just look at the thumbnail and instantly notice they're basically exactly the same, but with a different name. Now, I don't know. I don't know if Face Punch is going to hate it or like it. I'm not sure. At the very least, make a third one. Showcase them. This is what we plan to do. And if they don't buy it, if they don't, accept any of them, all right, you got an indication that they don't want it. Maybe you might need to tweak it a little bit more, add some more different colours, some different designs, because it's literally the same large box, but with just a different name. And I'm not sure that's what they're looking for, right? I know we've had the neon storages in the past, and they just had a different name, different colour, different picture, but you don't even have a different picture. So we'll see. But anyway, you, the viewer, comment below. Do you like it? Are you a fan? Feel free to comment below. And, well, it is competing for this right here. Sinotype Sulfur large box. Now, as much as people might complain about the previous skin, people still complain about this. People don't like the positioning of the pictures. They don't like the writing. Yeah. People aren't happy. That's the answer. But can you even read that? S-U-L-F-U-R. Sulfur. But that's done in a bit of an awkward way. Sulfur. I think a lot of people do that rather than So, yeah. So a lot of people can't even read it. That's not in Mandarin or Chinese or anything. That's just a very stylized English. It's annoying how I had to keep mentioning that every single time. Anyway, the more the merrier. The more of the Sinotype collection we see, the better. Sinotype is plodding on quite nicely. These latest skins are having more issues compared to the original 4. Now, of course, just a few weeks back, we did see some people buy these out. Prices did go up pretty high, pretty quick, but then it went back down again. I'm still anticipating the best time to sell these is going to be January time, 2026. And even then, the longer you wait, the better. I think the summer of 2026 will also be a great time to sell. The main question is, do we see another storage collection appear anytime soon after this finishes? Because we don't know when it actually finishes yet, do we? Keep an eye on this. However, with Halloween just around the corner, maybe this only finishes with 14 or 15 skins in total. That would still technically be a complete set. And are you happy to see a Sulfur box? Like, is that what you're looking for? Is that what you're hoping for? Comment below. So, yeah, it's doing all right. Scrap at the moment. Just over 32,000 subscribers. Give it a few days. Well, maybe it might still reach 40,000. We'll see. Abnormals are tomorrow. We'll be just, discussing this along with all the other skins here. Plenty to discuss about. But yeah, Scrap's just going to probably be performing like all the other recent ones. Maybe it might even dip a bit. We'll take that into consideration. But that's for tomorrow. So yes, Sinotype, keep on growing, but how far will you go? We shall see. So, what would you personally like to see being made next? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Mr. Odyssey. Right then, so let's now move on and take a look at this other collection continuation. Yes, we've got 2 wooden door collection continuations. This right here is the Sunken wooden door. Now, if you are aware, over the past year or so, we've seen a few Sunken door skins being accepted. We've had the sheet metal door, sheet metal double door, and the garage door. There was attempts for a furnace and a wooden double door, but unfortunately these 2 weren't accepted. But maybe the single wooden door will be alright. Now, if you are aware, we know that we're going to have the naval update in November. November Force Wipe will be the naval update. And I'm under the impression Face Punch are going to probably want a lot of aquatic themed skins. I think Mr. Algorithm's in a very good spot here. Should he resubmit his furnace, his wooden double door? Feel free to comment below. Now, we have 3 skins accepted so far. Oh, the sheet metal door is actually accepted back in 2023. Ha. That is not doing good, down by 71%. Ooh. Sheet metal double door, that appeared earlier this year. And, well, like most sheet metal double doors, it's comfortably in the positive for now. And that garage door, with the amount of garage doors that are accepted this year, it has suffered and it's gone and lost half its value. And it didn't even sell that much. That's like the lowest selling skin this year in regards to garage doors. And it still went down by half. Oh, dear. So if we were to see another wooden door, I'll be honest with you, I don't really expect that much change. I think the sheet metal double door will just stay the same, but these 2 skins, due to the sheer ridiculous amounts of sheet metal doors and garage doors here, like, they're going to suffer regardless. So, alright, fair enough. So that one might not have much of an impact, but you can still consider showing your support. Would you like to see more aquatic themed skins? Would you like to take the torch from the octopus that's sticking his tentacle through the hole there? Well, it's up to you. Comment below if you like it, and consider commenting there and showing your support. Best of luck to Mr. Algorithm. Now, in contrast, we have a different opinion with this wooden door here. So in the current Rust door, we have an interesting looking wooden double door, but considering we just had a whole bunch of wooden double doors being accepted, not too surprising to see the Celestial Harmony wooden double door is not selling that much. Scroll. Oh, there we are. We only have like a couple days left, and it's only got 6,000 subscribers. That is nothing. But again, due to the amount of wooden double doors we saw being accepted in such a short amount of time, not too surprising. In my predictions video, I was looking at that with a lot of interest, a lot of positivity. I thought if that doesn't sell that much throughout the rest of this week, that would actually probably be one of the most best looking investments. And if we also see a collection continuation, even better. Well, there's your collection continuation. I'd like to see even more, personally. Yupka, Lancy, a sheet metal double door version of this would be very cool. But yeah, that is a collection continuation there. Yeah, it's a single wooden door. I don't think it matters too much. So as long as we see more, the wooden double door will be appreciating it. Hardly any sales. Considerably less compared to this, maybe even this. I'm very much under the impression that that is going to have a pretty interesting future. That is abnormal talk for tomorrow. This is an abnormal skin in the current Rust store, so we'll talk a lot about that tomorrow, and I think I will be buying some. That's how confident I am in that. Because I am very well aware that we are going to go back to hardly seeing any wooden double door submissions. And technically speaking, it's already happened. This week and the previous week, no wooden double door submissions, so that's how it used to be, and that's very likely how it's going to be from here and now. So, okay. Looking pretty good. No complaints. Best of luck to you too. So moving on, what else do we have? Well, we've got some sheet metal doors to take a look at. Let's go grab all of these. Right then. So first up here we have the zone access sheet metal door with transparency. You might notice this mesh right here. That is where the transparency is. Do we have transparency there? Let's see. Go over to here. So just to confirm, no transparency there, but transparency here in the top right. Doesn't glow. So, okay, fair enough. That's a perfectly fine looking design right there, Mr. Yeah. Best of luck to you, sir. And now over to here, we have the Aztec Gold sheet metal door. Sorry for scratching my nose, it's just really itchy all of a sudden. This is a pretty cool looking shiny design. Ah. Mr. Heenon Kerry, this is pretty cool. Does it glow? Oh, yeah, it does glow. Look at those eyes. Look at that smell. That's looking pretty cool. I'm definitely looking forward to see this become a collection. Deplorable collection, that is. So, yeah, keep an eye out for what Heenon and Kerry are making next, because that's looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you two. Now over to here with the plastic castle door. That's a pretty cool, goofy design. So, based on what I'm looking at right here, do you remember those silly little plastic toy houses you'd have when you're really small? It's kind of reminding me of that. Now, if you try and get one of those now, you're just going to get stuck. So, yeah, all right, pretty goofy. Silly Toys R Us plastic house. All right, Jessin, best of luck to you then. That's looking pretty sweet. Glows in the dark, looks cool. I'm looking forward to seeing more. Can we get more plastic castle deplorables? What would you personally like to see? Plastic castle chair. Yes, do it. Do it. If only we could have like the little plastic car. We've got bicycles in the game, Rust. Can we have the little plastic push car, please? Oh, that people would pay for that. People would pay for that. Oh. Silence of the Dead sheet metal T? What's the T? I'm pretty sure they meant to put D. Anyway. Silence of the Dead sheet metal door produced by L300. This is quite sinister. Quite spooky. Look at that. Ooh. This isn't a Halloween submission. That's the funny thing. L3. You've made cute things recently. God, did you keep this buried underneath you the whole time? Well, okay then. Well, I'm not saying no. That looks really cool. Is it the right time though? Because this looks like a Halloween skin submission. You could just put Rustober in there and just call it a day. But honestly, that is looking quite impressive. So we'll see what becomes of this. And yeah, all right, yeah. Best of luck to you. Feel free to comment below. Are you a fan of the scary looking skull? Now over to here, we have the proposed idea of an interesting sheet metal door collection. So Bed, Ronan, they have made the Chambers and Rooms sheet metal door collection. We have had the Furnace Chamber, the Armory Chamber, and now the Garden Chamber sheet metal doors being made. So clearly that's for the Furnace Room, that's where you put all your weapons, and this right here is obviously for your wonderful, wonderful farm. A nice neon design, very nice and noticeable, and of course, beyond this door, in theory, you'd have all those delicious pumpkins, lovely flowers, and lovely, lovely amounts of hemp. But people have kind of like brought up, why would I want to label everything where everything is? That just help all the raiders. True. True. However, skin creators did say, well, you know what? You could put these doors up and just pretend what's beyond those doors is where it is. You know, like if I put the armory door there and, you know, they managed to break through. Shotgun trap. Pfft. Maybe it could work for a trap base. We'll see. But anyway, perfectly fine. Lovely neon designs. If you're a fan, feel free to comment below. Feel free to show support. And also, feel free to comment below. What room door would you like to see being made next? Let's wait and see. Best of luck to you two. So that's all the sheet metal doors. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at garage doors. And we have quite a lot. Let's just quickly grab all of these. Might as well grab all the remaining skins, to be honest with you. Looks like we got all of the deplorables. Alright, let's go ahead and finish the deployable batch. So last week, we saw the previous iteration of the freight elevator garage door. And I actually made a short video showcasing the transparent version here with the ever so nice, very stylistic usage of transparency here. It doesn't close properly. Oh, that's great. So I made a short video of this just a few days ago, and lots of people responded to it, liked it, they gave their approval. So now we have this brand new version. It's got a whole bunch of graffiti all over it. Do you prefer this? It's essentially the exact same thing, but with a little bit more colour onto it. And I know for a fact a lot of people did approve. They really did like it. They said, oh, well, I could put my elevator right behind that. That's awesome. All right. I think quite a lot of you probably will be impressed. And again, you can just vouch for your support for the previous version. That's fine. But at least the skin creator tried to add a little bit more to it. So that's the standard version without the transparency. And this right here is the version with the transparency. So we'll see what becomes of this, and yeah, consider showing support. Best luck to Risate. Now over to here we have the Eternal Samurai garage door, and that's a nice bright blue design. Get a good look at that, produced by Mr. Drag, Mr. Norman Van. Stands out quite nicely, and look at the glow. So okay, two snakes, the cool looking samurai helmet, looking pretty sweet. Alright then, so best of luck to Drag and Norman Van. But how many garage doors do you lot make? Try a sheet with a double door. Right, best of luck to you two. Over to here. Oh, is this some sort of begging? Produced by Delarai. Please don't hurt me. Or, you know, basically along the lines of that. Please, Raiders, no, not today. Stop, love, something else, rust and dead and okay, please. There's always a door like this that appears every now and then. Please don't raid me. I have so much to live for. Yeah, right. Anyway, there's the blue version, and I will give it this. I do like how you can actually see the wires for the neon lighting. That's a nice touch. I always approve. Now, if you don't like blue, you could probably go ahead and show your support for red. So, okay, looking pretty good. No complaints here. So, best luck to you, Mr. Deadeye. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now, over to here. This is pretty clever. You know how with the standard garage door without skin, it's all rusted, a bit worn out? Well, Mr. Jeeba decided, you know what? I'll make a factory new version. Nice, fresh, might cost a little bit more. Anyway. This right here, very straightforward, but nobody else has done it. And do you approve? Do you like? Well, go ahead, show support. Best luck to Mr. Jeeba. You could potentially have a nice, brand new, factory new garage door. Ooh, okay, we've got two versions of this. Now, obviously, of the second version, which clearly says transparency, I think you can tell that, yeah, it's got transparency all in the little gaps there. I'm not sure if that's super helpful or beneficial, but it does look pretty cool. And with the first one here, the non-transparent version, it's clearly only got one picture, but did you really need to show anything else? So, okay, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty sweet. Are you a fan of what you see here? Would it be allowed? I remember in late 2023, we almost saw a garage door with a ton of transparency being accepted. A lot of people offered their opinion. They weren't very happy, and Facepunch avoided that. They decided to not, actually accept it. So, yeah, that's looking fine. No complaints. Looking okay. And, yeah, best luck to you, Mr. Sad Happy. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Maybe the transparency in it isn't helpful that much. We'll see. It's up to Facepunch. Exhibit garage door. So, of course, with the recent Exhibit Decor DLC, what do we see here? We've got the fairy lights on the roll-up part. You got the bulb lights all sprinkled around here, and you have the exhibit decor wallpaper. A nice hexagonal holographic sort of design. That's looking pretty sweet. A perfectly fine idea from Mr. Edgy, referencing the brand new DLC pack. Like, you could probably put that down, and then right next to it have all the exhibit decor wallpaper, so it blends in nicely. Fingers crossed. You might have to try and get the lights out as well. So, best luck to you. Okay. I think I know what this is referencing. So, Cardboard Fort, produced by Duck. What's this implying? So, let me just quickly... I think I know what I'm looking at here in terms of what the reference is. Oh, come on. Let me get it. Come on. But yeah, this is pretty silly. This is pretty goofy. Here we are. I found it. Have you ever seen this picture before with the duck? Ducky's Kingdom. Yay. I figured out the reference. Anyway, let's actually focus this garage door here. because whilst it appears to be cardboard, it's still as sturdy as a standard garage door. You also might notice glow-in-the-dark fairy lights here, and a nice window of transparency. Okay. Would you like to see a cardboard door set? Personally, I would actually like to see a cardboard like wallpaper now. That actually looks pretty funny. I think a lot of people would actually approve of that. Make it wood. That makes sense. Anyway, yeah, do you like it? As you can see, it does glow. Quite specifically in these areas, which is fine. I've got no issue with that, and, well, do you? Feel free to comment below. But yeah, imagine if that gets accepted. Does it come with a duck with a crown? We'll see. Anyway, best luck to Duck, and yeah, I figured it out. Anyway, moving on. Neon Fuji Garage Door. Get a good look at this. Produced by PL3 and Donny, we have a very nice, comfortable, relaxing design. A nice neon design. About Fuji copyright? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's a perfectly fine looking mountain. Ha ha ha. Do you like? Are you a fan? Feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to PL3 and Donny. Ooh. Oh, okay. I might have to make a short video showcasing this. We have not seen an armoured door being accepted in all of 2025. Would that be allowed? Have you noticed it yet? Have you noticed the transparency right here? Instead of here, here. Okay. Well, you know what? You are brave, K. Vladimir and Italic. At the very least, you should have made a version without the transparency there. I mean, that's fine, but we've never seen anything like that. We have seen sheet metal doors with some interesting transparency. I have seen garage doors with transparency in the bottom. But this, I'm not sure. It's interesting. We'll see what becomes of that. But yeah, would you consider that pay to win too much? Like, is that a little bit too far? Comment below, share your thoughts, and yeah, we'll see what becomes of that. Best of luck to you two. It's pretty interesting. And now we're on to the sheet metal double doors. So over to here, what do I see? The Secret Sunset sheet metal double door. A perfectly fine, snaky design. You've also got like an Oni mask right there, so it glows pretty nicely. I have no complaints. Best of luck to Power. Now over to here, Creative Room sheet metal double door from Mr. Flashback. You got your spelling here. What are you trying to spell? Don't what? Oh no, it moved. Don't open. Ah, okay then. That's a perfectly fine idea. So Creative Room sheet metal double door. Is it like a server room? Let me just get a good look. Apparently this also has transparency, but I haven't noticed where. It looks like this is all sealed up. You can't see beyond it. So maybe it's like the handle or something. Anyway, best of luck to you, Mr. Flashback. Perfectly fine looking sheet metal double door design. Oh, what do we have here? This right here is the Watchers of Doom version 2 attempt with a sheet metal double door. So let's go ahead and remind ourselves of the collection. Let's go over to here. Let's just look it up. Because with the Watchers of Doom, I do recall referencing it as the Sauron set. We had quite a decent amount of sales of these two skins here, the garage door and the sheet metal door. But one thing you'll notice is this is down to 90 cents. I remember this sold for $2.49, crashed and burned. Only 38 listings. There's next to nothing here, but clearly this is an obvious like showcase of there's no demand here. There's no demand here. And then over to here with the garage door, as you'll notice, this only has 35 listings. Yeah, it's very similar. I can't remember what you sold for. It was either $2.49 or $3. You're essentially down bad both of them. But the small, the large box doesn't appear to be too bad if we just quickly look at it. So based on what I'm seeing here, $1.70, highest bidder $1.40, only 30 listings, 10, 20 sales, that's back up to a stressful price. Like, that's not looking too bad. So, oh, not you. This right here, if you were to see it been accepted, I think the large box might have a bit of an impact. We'll see, we'll see. I've got to remind you, it's been quite a while since we saw a collection continuation. This was all submitted back in 2024. We saw other skins being submitted but not accepted. So could this sheet metal double door version 2 actually be accepted? Let's wait and see. Best of luck to Falcon at Alloy. Let's see what becomes of it. But the large box does appear to be potentially the most interesting skin out of all of three. So, okay, cool. So let's now go over to here and talk about the Ramen sheet metal double door. So you might remember last year when we got the garage door, sold a decent amount, then Wildrum showcased it in videos, like one or two of them. Suddenly everybody felt the need to buy it, went up in price very nicely. Then of course we got the sheet metal door as well. That caused the garage door to go up even higher. And at the end of last year, both these skins were going up very nicely. But it just so happens, I've had to check this up earlier because I couldn't remember the name of it. Neon Night life. There we go. Life. Sorry about this. Come on, show you. There we are. We saw in the second week of January, so this is post-Christmas time, the large box being accepted. This went to an all-time brand new high price. This went to a brand new all-time high price. This was actually perfectly in the positive. But we never saw another skin after this. We never did. And that was awkward. So I actually bought a bunch of these. But again, remember, post-Christmas, around that period of time, I'm selling tons of Rust skins. I've got plenty of money to spend. I need to keep spending so I can, continue selling. So I saw that and I thought, well, looking pretty sweet. It's got cats all over it as well. I went and bought a bunch. Unfortunately, though, never got those continuations. However, ta-da! Will the cute little kitties ever be accepted? Come on, Face Punch, allow it. A lot of people have been behind this. A lot of people do like the Neon Nightlife collection, the Ramen sheepman at door. So, yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you like? Are you a fan? Would you like to see that being accepted? Because I know for a fact that's going to retain its value and probably become a very nice, lovely investment. I need those neon kitties, Face Punch. Please give it to me. If you are considering investing, the Sheep Matador and the large box are probably the best thing to look at. Right now, there's only 30 listings for the Sheep Matador. Grab them whilst you can, because then it just kind of shoots up to $3. So, if you're feeling confident, jump onto it. It's happened before when we saw the large box. And with the large box, honestly, with 71 listings, it's not too bad. Grab about 10, you're still looking like you're buying them below the Rust price. It looks like we could have some interesting things on the horizon. Will we see the collection continuation happening? It's up to Face Punch. And so that should be the last skin of all the deployables this week. So now I ask you, out of all these skins that we just looked at, which one stood out to you the most? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And so with that, shall we now proceed and talk about all the weapons and tools? First up, we have the X-Cutter 4000 hatchet and the X-Cutter 4000 pickaxe, produced by LJ. I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. And Shadow. We have a batch of tools. Perfectly fine, black and yellow. Is it like Black & Decker? Yeah. Is that allowed? I'm not sure. Well, it should be fine. It says Plex all over it and whatnot, so, alright, sure. Let's see what becomes of that. It's a perfectly fine batch of tools. Best of luck to you three. So, moving on. Over to here, we have... Oh, what? We're all made... Okay, well, with the weapons and tools this week, we've just immediately jumped onto submachine guns. Pretty interesting. Punk's Not Bad, MP5. Produced by Sean Mick and Kasim Tattoo. It's a perfectly fine, stylish design. A lovely bit of graffiti. It's like a hedgehog, but with, like, spiky yellow hair. Or it's Bart Simpson, I'm not sure. So, hey. If you're a fan of it, if you like what you see, consider showing support. And what do we see here? Oh, well, that's an interesting, different approach with the transparency. Typically, people would also try and remove this as well, but they've only just cut off the very top there. It's different. All right, well, best of luck to you two then. Let's see if that style gets accepted. Best of luck. Now over to here with the Bionics Thompson version 2, and this has cut sights. So I'm not sure what this means, because I know for a fact that you can't really cut off too much. Okay, well, let's just go over to here then. Let's look at the aim sight. I'm curious. Oh, so you just... Okay. In one of the previous pictures, it still has the side panels. So this, you've been using the same pictures. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we've seen with the Heat Seeker. It's the same thing. Looking pretty sweet. Chirping, gooing. Not going to complain. Looks fine to me. We also have a second version here. The standard version. Looks like I got them mixed around. But I know for a fact, most people are going to care more about the cut sight version. Hang on a minute. Wait, you got the pictures the wrong way round. Oh well, it's fine. But yeah, you got the pictures the wrong way round. Oh well. Anyway, looks cool. Perfectly fun design. Best of luck to you two. Let's see if that gets accepted. Now we have Agony Thompson, produced by RR3. Well, that's not an anime girl. Or he already got the pop star anime girl accepted, so it's all good. Thompson. So yes, this is the Cerberus design. Cerberus, how do you pronounce it? Anyway, nice, red, scary. It's like the scary dog picture, you know the one. Like it looks like a husky, but it's sort of like scary. Anyway, so yep, nice, red, pretty cool, doesn't glow. I have no complaints. Best of luck to RR3. Could we see Agony become a collection? Keep an eye out. Ooh, what do we have here? This right here is the Dominus Mortis Thompson. This collection's been pretty successful so far. I do believe it's 3 for 3. Actually, no, we didn't get the L96, did we? So it's like 3 for 4. Still very successful, though. Let's get a quick look at the aim sight, and then let's go ahead and discuss the Dominus Mortis collection. Dominus Mortis. Let's go take a look at you. Now, unfortunately, it's a weaponry collection. So, down 40, down 47, down 34. That has a transparent aim sight, and yet it's down by 34. Wow. God, standards have changed completely. So, okay, fair enough. Honestly, by default, I think the Thompson would perform a little bit better. But I should clarify one important thing. We are anticipating some changes to weapons. Should have said this at the very beginning. I'll say it again at the end of this video. If we see certain weapons being buffed, you know for sure there will be an increase in demand. There will be an increase in demand for the skins of that weapon, and the skins will flourish very nicely. But if we were to see a certain weapon getting nerfed, unfortunately, do not be surprised if you see a bunch of people dumping the skins. Prices drop off. So, in regards to Thompson, quite some time back, we saw the aim cone getting changed, and it, well, isn't appreciated as it was before. And, well, let me tell you this. Pretty much every single Thompson skin in the past, before we saw that change to the aim cone, every single one of them was in a positive. So now if I were to look up all the Thompsons we've seen, unfortunately, they're not all A-OK. Some of them still do quite alright, not all of them though. So, yeah. Based on the collection, I don't think a Thompson's going to dramatically change anything. But independently, keep an eye out. Make sure you're keeping track of the commits. I'm still anticipating some weapon changes. If the Thompson gets buffs, alright, that's just going to work out perfectly fine. Or any of the other Thompson skins that were potentially to be accepted. So, alright, cool. Best luck to Yan and Novo. Let's see if this gets accepted. Best luck to you too. Now we move on to SARS. Last week, we saw Mr. 38 produce the Azure Horizon. It's got to have a Z there. Azure Horizon, M39, and now he's making a few more skins. Interesting. I'm not sure if you're allowed to have that amount of reflection on your SARS anymore. Do you remember when you could see through garage doors? One of the skins you could see through if you just positioned yourself perfectly. Do you remember that? That went up in price very quickly, and then suddenly it went down because they fixed it. So, we'll see if that probably has the same thing. Face punch, be aware. Alright, anyway, Mr. 38, perfectly fine looking design. Let's see if that gets accepted. Let's see if this collection kicks off. Best luck to you. So, let's now scroll down and take a look at some more SARS. Oh, looks like we've got a collection continuation next. And of course, a whole bunch of M39 skins to take a look at. Oh wow, there's a lot more than I realised. Oh my. Yeah, we're going to be here for a while. Okay. So this right here is the Jungle Semi-Automatic Rifle, which is a collection continuation to a Savage Sword skin that was accepted a few months back. When we saw the Jungle skins, Jungle introduced, and then all the Jungle skins that appeared, we saw a Jungle Savage Sword skin being accepted. And well, this is a collection continuation to that. What's this right here? Oh, it's part of, is it a tree? I don't know. Anyway. So, let's go remind you of the Jungle Sword. I think it's just called Jungle Sword. It looks like that is the case. It is the case. And unfortunately, like most Savage Sword skins, it of course went down in price. If I can also recall, this sold like next to nothing. So there's only 26 listings, but the bars are low. The listings, the prices, it's not on demand. So, yeah. If we were to see a SAR skin being accepted, would that change? No, I don't think so. Weapon only collection. People don't seem to care enough when it's a weapon only collection. So, yeah. Unfortunate, but it just keeps on repeating. Follow the patterns. So best luck to Lakamu. Let's see if this gets accepted. Regardless, it's a very nice green, purpley design. Look at all the flowers there as well. Look very nice. Cutesy. Obviously in reference to the climbable trees in the jungle. So best luck to you, Lakamu. And don't forget, M39 is the focused item of the month. I am anticipating 3 extra skins to be accepted. We saw 4 Savage Dice picks, and we saw 4 wooden double doors. I am anticipating 3 more. And so, in regards to what I'm looking at here, it's a perfectly fine, strange, purpley green design. Bit of blue as well. And if you're a fan of that, feel free to go ahead, comment below. But, Upor, Hyper Monster, whilst it looks nice, and if we could just get a quick look at the aim down the sight. Was the aim down the sight? There we go. You do have a lot of competition. A lot. So, yeah. Show support if you like that. But now, let's go over to here and take a look at the next one. This is the M39 patent. This has a perfectly fine amounts of red with the aim sight. Come on, show me, show me, show me. It's a little bit shy. Doesn't want to... Oh, there you go. Has a little bit of red there, so it stands out a little bit. Nice and black. Perfectly fine. No issues, no problems. Yeah, I have no issues with that. So, there's your competition. But of course, we have plenty more skins to take a look at. So, here you go. Observe. And now, let's move on. Best of luck to 9K. Because over to here, we have the carnivorous plant. A bit more creative with its design. Lots of colours. Stands out quite nicely. But are you a fan of that? You gotta say so. Comment below. I guess it could work in the jungle. It's plenty colourful in there. Kind of makes sense. We should have a gigantic, scary, carnivorous plant in the jungle. It would make sense. Anyway, red aim sight here. Looks like blood. Oh wow. Actually, it's red. Orange. So, okay, cool. Looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to Ico. Now over to here with the Trojan Horse M39, produced by Mr. Voodoo. Yes, it's a very nice white and gold. That's a lovely shiny looking design. It's got a little bit of red right there as well, just to stand out a little bit more. So, okay, looking pretty cool. Best of luck to Voodoo. It looks like they're trying to build up a Trojan Horse collection. You may recall the rocket launcher. Now over to here with the Green Oxide M39. This is produced by Monomic Man, or just Monomic. It's a very nice, interesting... I don't want to say turquoise. Would you say it's blue or would you say it's green? Kind of a mix of both. It's not really turquoise, so... Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Standard sight. No transparent aim sights I'm noticing out of all these skins, so let's see if anybody else does that with the following skins. So best luck to Monomic Man. Of course, there's more competition. This actually has two versions, white and yellow. This is produced by Acheron. So it's got like loads of doodles all over it. There's all the doodles on display. It looks like primitive. So you got like the primitive man, you got the pig, you got the stone tools, you got a guy with a rocket launcher. Yes, to defeat the caveman, shoot a rocket at him. So yeah, okay, that's looking pretty cool. An interesting approach. What about the aim sight? Aim sight, aim sight, aim sight. There we go, thank you. Standard sight. Alright, no issues with that. It's a mostly white skin. So maybe people appreciate that more compared to the Arctic Skull. That might be a bit of a concern. Or maybe the yellow one is accepted and we don't have to worry. So, alright, cool. Best of luck to Acheron. So moving on over to here, we have the Deathmatch M39. Now apparently, this has transparent aim sight. Whoosh. Ooh, okay. Redemption and Apocalyptic Nomad, they had transparent aim sights. Could we see this being accepted? Well, comment below. Express your opinion. Got a little snake there. So if I could just quickly look at the side. It looks fine to me. No issues. Just perfectly straightforward. Little snake. Nice bits of red. Looks cool. Looks clean. So yeah, if you're a fan of that, consider showing support. Best of luck to Ted and Pigeon. Let's see if we could get that accepted. And let's see if we could get like a deathmatch weapon collection. Over to here with the Stubborn M39 produced by Kavahu. Red, yellow, green, an interesting pattern design. Standard sight. So yeah, but no issues. At least it looks different compared to the others. Not a transparent sight though. Only one person has done it so far. And I think he is the only one, because here we have Toxic M39, Toxic Wolf. This right here is a collection continuation. This also has a standard sight. But this, as I said, is a collection continuation. Interesting pea yellow. So it should stand out in all environments, even the forest. You might say it's green. No, it's pea yellow. Pea is in the little vegetable, not the other pea. Anyway, the Toxic Wolf collection has been getting more skins submitted recently. Mr. Zinc has returned with Gunya. And now we question what to expect with the Toxic Wolf collection, because it is a bit of an odd one. What do you mean? Take a look. Only two skins in the positive, the Pump Shotgun and the Sleeping Bag. It started off as a weapon-only collection. We have far too many AKs and, of course, far too many SARs, so these didn't really work out. Crossbow's only down by 2%, so it's not too bad. Thompson's not good, but not terrible. Bow, same thing. M249, kind of same thing. Sheep door. Ugh. If we were to see an M39, would any of these skins spike in one spike in price? I highly doubt it. It's fairly old. I don't think everybody's fully well aware it exists, so I'm just not 100% convinced. But I do think it looks nice. I do think quite a lot of people would appreciate it, so feel free to comment below. Do you like it? Would you consider showing your support? Best of luck to you two. Right then, so, oh, we have another collection continuation. Almost missed it. So sorry about that, you and Greffy. We have the Reflector M39, and yes, we do have a transparent aim sight. In the past, they made a Python, and they only did like cosmetic transparency. They made it look cute. People didn't like that, and the skin went down. So let's just quickly remind you of Reflector. We've had quite a lot of other skins being submitted recently, but only this was accepted. It is now selling for 95 cents. It's below $1. Unfortunately, it is not in demand. I'm sure you can tell with the buy orders and the price. Okay, so if we were to see the M39, would it change that? No. But this right here, independent all by itself, people would appreciate this. People would like this, and I think you've got to keep an eye out. We might be seeing a collection continuation. So best luck to you, Ian Greffy. Let's see if that works out for you. Best of luck. Scrolling down, here we have a whole bunch of... Wait, that's it? I swear we had more AK-47s. Yeah, you just skipped a bunch. Oh, okay. Oop, right, sorry. I made a little bit of a mistake there. Sorry about that. So we've got some LR300s, and we do have a nice handful of AK-47s. Alright, let's just grab all of these and wrap it up with the weapons and tools. So over here, we have the Tactical Sand LR300. I almost said tropical. I'm so sorry about that. Cassad and Spectro have produced the Tactical Sand LR300. It's got a nice red aim sight, no amounts of transparency. That's fine. Not every single skin has to be super transparent. So yeah, it's a standard, perfectly fine desert camo-esque design. So let's see if that works out nicely for them. Best of luck to you too. Over to here we have the Black Ops LR300, and this, of course, is a collection continuation. So it doesn't appear to have tons of transparency. It does have transparency, but not like, you know, you still got like the hole, the circle there. So, okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Black Ops collection. We did recently see a Black Ops Python being accepted, but that did drop off very, very, very quickly, didn't it? Yep. And, yeah, it went down by 47%. Black Ops Bow was also accepted recently. I didn't really respect the transparency in that, but it seems other people have, because that's still holding its value, even though it became the highest ever selling bow skin we've ever seen. But the buy orders, I mean, looks like it's holding, Hedge. I think you were wrong with that one. Yep. So overall, it's a weapon-only collection. I still anticipate some deployables and some clothing and armor from the skin creators, but it's not as a whole working out super great. When I saw the jackhammer, when I saw the Python, when I saw the bow skins being accepted, I didn't see these skins go up in price. So, yeah, I don't expect, with a brand new Black Ops skin to be accepted, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. But independently, it is a very nice looking design. I think a lot of people would appreciate that. Best of luck to Holodno and Kolotinsky. But yeah, guys, if you're going to do like a Isoparam LR300, just make the whole thing transparent. Other people do it, you can too. And if you're questioning it, just do an alternate version without transparency. Totally fine to do it. So anyway, best of luck to you too. Over to here, AK-47s. Starting off, we have the Sunflower AK-47. This is a version 2 from Sunart. You can see how they slowly built up the design. Nice and flowery. Probably smells very nice as well. Good stuff. Let's get a good look at the aim sight. Red aim sight. Standard sight though. So, alright, cool. No complaints. Looking nice and colourful. Perhaps that might be the skin for you. Best of luck to Sunart. Now over to here we have the Rage AK-47 produced by 19J and of course Mr. 34633. That is a nice stylish looking metallic design. Bit of a darker design, but overall I've got no complaints. And I'm looking at the aim sight, a blue aim sight. We don't see many blue aim sights, so that at least stands out quite nicely. So yeah, looking pretty sweet. Best luck to you too, but of course more competition. Over to here with the Feral Roar AK-47 produced by Kostya Che. That is a very angry looking bear, and he definitely looks like he's been involved in a lot of battles. Most likely he won. Where's the aim down the sight image? Aim down, aim down, aim down, aim down, aim down. Aim down, aim down. He doesn't aim down. Damn. Kostya Che, if you're watching this, aim down. You can show tons of pictures of the side, but the most important thing is looking at the aim down the sight image. That's what that is what Rust Skin Enjoyer is going to appreciate the most. I assure you that. So let's just double check, make sure I didn't accidentally skip it. Like, that's not aiming down. That's just holding it. If I were to look at the aim sight, it looks like it's just a standard metallic sight. So okay, fair enough. Over to here with the Neptune Assault Rifle, and there you go. Instantly, I see it's a white aim sight. That's what lots of people want to see. White and black and produced by Mr. Diaz. Kind of looks like No Mercy. Not fully, but then again, you know, there's plenty of other white and black designs, so alright, fair enough. Best luck to Diaz. Now to here we have the In Flames AK-47, produced by All Weary and Cobra, a nice blue design. White and blue. That skull is on fire. Blue fire. So okay, aimed in the sight, well, what do I see? Nice little ace and a red aim sight. So okay, that's looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you too. But again, still more competition. Over to here. Oh, this is a collection continuation. Oh, okay, it's last for a reason then. Yeah. We could be bees. Yes. Would you like to be a... Would you like to be a bee? We could be bees. Yellow and black. I've got no issue with that. I like it. Unfortunately, Omnipresent tried to make plenty of door collection continuations. The skins we've seen being accepted, none of them are accepted. But now we have the BAK. And I love it. So what type of aim sight do we see? Red, red, red. Standard sight, but red. Got no issues with that. We can be bees. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Only the sheep in the door, transparency and glow in the dark. Still went down in price. But again, with the lack of new skins, not surprising. Small box has followed suit as well. Doesn't glow, but still has the transparency. If we were to see the AK-47, to be honest with you, I think you actually might see this bump up a bit. Sheep in the door more specifically. Because then there'd be a hope that we might actually see some more deployable skins. Now, it was itself for? It sold for $2.99. You've got about 20 sales and it's back up to its rust or price. Bit of a trek to go. So, yeah. Right then. Judging by what I see there, I'm not really sure it's going to really make that much of a change, but I do think this would sell a lot. Simply for that yellow and black design. I think a lot of people would appreciate it. Well then, Omnipresent, we'll have to wait and see. Best of luck to you. But by all means, show support to all the other B skins. Maybe we'll see a collection continuation and a complete sets in the future. Although with the amount that have been submitted, it wouldn't really be completing a set, would it? So anyway, best of luck, best of luck. Can we get some B armor as well? We still need that B cosplay tier 2. It never happened, but yeah, whatever. Over to here. Heat Seeker bolt action rifle. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not saying no, but whilst it has transparency, it's just doesn't matter. You're using, well, I mean, yes, you can use it without a scope. How many of you use it without a scope? Actually, to be honest with you, I bet a lot of people do. But anyway, most of the time, you're probably going to try and get a scope in it, aren't you? So, anyway, it is another Heat Seeker skin. The summer may have ended, but the Heat Seeker summer will never finish. It will last forever. So, okay, cool. Let's go take a look at the Heat Seeker collection. By default, prices have dropped off since the peak. Let's go get a good look at this. Python's gone down in price. MP5 has slipped, and of course, the LR300 has gone down. So overall, only the skins, or rather, only the items that are a lot more questionable have suffered more. The ones that are appreciated more are holding out. As we go through October, I think these will still be okay, but these are obviously going to probably drop off a little bit more. With the arrival of the bolt action rifle, I don't expect that much change, but I do think independently that will be working out quite alright. So we'll see what becomes of this. Okay, well, you know, feel free to comment below. Do you like it? Are you a fan? It's just the same thing with the cool looking yellow and purple tiger. I'm not upset with it, but I know what I'm expecting, and I see it right there. Keep up the good work, Mr. Vase. If you were to ask him right now what you'd like to see being made next, would you question the idea of seeing a deployable? Because I think the tiger on display in like a garage door, a sheepman at a door would look very cool. So it's up to you. Feel free to comment below, and best luck to Vase. So in regards to potential investment, I don't think I'd jump onto that, but still nice to see more of it. So overall, out of all the weapons and tools, which one stood out to you the most? Which ones do you reckon have a very good chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. And now, let's wrap up this video and talk about the clothing and the armour. And I do believe we actually have a collection continuation here. Caution. A bright yellow bag, but do you remember the yellow collection that was Caution? Because that actually came out quite some time back. It's one of Bad Trip's older skin sets. I think we're talking about 2018, 2019. Let's go back over to here. What collection is it? I think it's the LR300 one. No. Okay. So it is the whole collection there. Sorry. I need a better pair of glasses or a better brain. There you are. Perfect. 2020. Oh no, it started off in 2018. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, honestly, maybe you should try out for tier 3. How How many yellow sets do we actually have in the game? Not many. They are slightly down in price. They are kind of doing all right. But then again, oh yeah, it was 2 years difference. So these only did like 4,000 subscribers. These did double. They're struggling, unfortunately. But if we did see tier 3 now, I mean, they would probably sell double. Those did as well. Anyway, backpack. Would it probably change the hoodie pants? Would it probably change the tier 2? I'm not really sure, but I'd be very curious to see what happens next. At the very least, I pointed out it is a collection continuation. Would you like to see the return of the Caution collection? Would you like to see like some primitive skins like burlap and whatnot? Comment below. So, yeah, keep an eye out. Maybe we'll see the backpack. Caution, caution, stand back, or I will hit you with my axe. So, yeah. Best of luck to you two. Right, over to here. We have the Desert Ranger. Bandana and poncho. Perfectly fine looking primitive idea. Looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to Mr. Sepesh. Let's see if that works out nicely. In regards to primitive skins, though, we have a pretty interesting set right here. I'm sure you're well knowledgeable of the Arctic Protection collection. Yeah. You know, it just so happens to be one of the most expensive skin sets in the game, considering the whole batch of these right here cost about $70. Now, a few days ago, they were about 80. Oh dear, the auto-fall seasonal dip. So yeah, all 5 of these altogether were about $80. And the reason I bring that up is because I also made a short video showcasing this right here. So if you go get a good look at it, go look at my short videos. I showcased that for camouflage and whatnot, and it does a pretty good job. Yeah, I still put on the Arctic Protection burlap head wrap, which is about $25, but I also paired this up with the Ghost Guys, which only costs about $1.50, and it still does very, very good during the day. So hopping back over to here. I don't know if these were spike on spike price because they're already expensive, but they still keep trending upwards in price ever so nice. So yeah, you could jump onto them now, wait 2 years and they'll be up in price regardless. So leather gloves. Oh, hang on a minute. I think he's just indicated we might be seeing some Arctic Protection leather gloves down the line. What else could we see being made? Bandana leather gloves. Demon. I think that's a pairing that could work out nicely. Consider it. Maybe a bucket helmet as well. Actually, I think he's done that before. Let's just go down over to here, because this is a version 2. There it is, Arctic Protection. And we also saw the backpack, one of the first initial submissions for a backpack. They accepted No Mercy instead. Alright, fair enough. But yeah, look at all of that. So many attempts. Right helmet, stone tools, snow jacket. But no, Face Punch just didn't want to accept them. So maybe they're averse to the idea of camouflage. Could have guessed. But if that were to be accepted, I think the burlap probably will have a pretty fun time. But the price it costs at the moment, probably not worth it. But the poncho, whilst it is $6, it is definitely one of the most approachable skins. So that pairs up very, 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 very nicely with it. Let's see what becomes with the high clothing. Will it actually be accepted? We'll have to wait and see. So, alright, cool. Moving on. Coincidentally, me mentioning a bucket helmet, here we have the deep sea bucket helmet. Now, earlier I did mention with the naval update just around the corner, maybe aquatic boat, deep sea diving theme skins will be appreciated. Robstar, I think we need to see some clothing and armor for this now. If only wood armor was skinnable. You know, you're going to mention the special DLC, but I'm talking like legit skinnable for the skin creators. Because I think like deep sea wood armor to pair up with this, whilst it wouldn't be like full on proper collection of clothing and armor, it'd be like a sort of pseudo like primitive set, which would go well with the bucket helmet. You could have barnacles all over the wood. That'd be cool. So yeah, Robstar, you're on a roll. You've been making some very cool looking skins. But I think you could just go do tier 2, tier 3 hoodie and pants. You could just do it. Pair it up with that. Maybe do hide clothing with it. It's up to you. But yeah, what would you ask from him now? What would you like to see being made next? Because with the Deep Sea collection, it is a bit of a funny one. It's all deployables, but they're not exactly... Well, no, 2 weapons and deployables. Maybe you might prefer a different skin, like a rocket launcher, what's already been made. He did make the backpack. He's made an interesting selection. But what do you think about the bucket helmet? And to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact on these skins. Fridge, unfortunately, I don't really expect that much with you. That's more specifically due to the fact that we have tons of fridges accepted so far this year. Hasn't sold that much, but still, I don't really trust it. It is abnormal though, and we will be discussing that tomorrow with the abnormal barders, so you're better off waiting. But with the other skins not exactly doing super great, I think we're probably better off waiting it out. Best of luck to you, Robstar. Let's see what you make next. Keep an eye out on the workshop. Ooh, trying to close this. Right, over to here. We have some dreamers. What do you mean, Hedge? Well, people dreaming to try and get some camouflage skins accepted. Snowcore, listen, what's your help, Boris? Damned in. I appreciate the attempt, but we know how this goes. We've been lit down far too much. Anyway, if that were to be accepted, oh yeah, that's going to get bought out tons. Will Face Punch accept it? Highly unlikely. It's nice to see people attempting every now and then, but yeah, white, green, light brown clothing and armour just doesn't happen, does it? We'll get tons of blackout alternatives though, won't we? Right, anyway, best of luck to you two. We'll see. But if that gets accepted, I want buying some. Action comic hoodie and pants produced by Azzy. Oh, okay, I thought... Well, I mean, oh, over to here. Yeah, full set. So, I'm not saying no. Looks fine to me. Got no problem. Looks pretty sweet. Like the style. I think you pulled it off very, very nicely. But to be honest with you, I think that would be better off. Maybe in a jacket. Maybe on Deployables. I think that would look a whole lot better there. But for a hoodie, wouldn't be the first time. I remember the bobbing collection. Yeah, that looked cool in this style. But that was all colourful. This is black and white. Best of luck to you, Azzy. Let's see if it works out. Let's see if it gets accepted. If you like what you see, consider showing support. This isn't a Halloween skin set. This is just Scarecrow. Mama, SMN, I'm not opposed to the idea. I did show it off in my special preview video. People who like to run around the desert might appreciate it. Are you a man made of straw? Well, maybe might, make it reality. Should it be a scarecrow? Oh, you know what? That actually might be funny. Dressing up like a scarecrow and just pouncing on people. Well, let's see what becomes of that. Best of luck to Mama and SMN. Let's see if that works out nicely. Do you wish to become the Scarecrow for Halloween? Well, maybe, maybe, maybe. We shall see. Best luck to you two. And of course, what do we have right here? We're anticipating it, we're waiting for it, we're hoping for it, and it's happened. We have another core piece for the Night Demon set. Night Demon clothing has appeared. So the hoodie pants are right here, and I've already made a short video showcasing this. If we see the, if we see it happen, if we actually see the hoodie pants in the next Rust store or two, that will be going up in price. Oh yes, oh yes. And at the moment, it's actually, actually maintaining its price. Seems people do, they do like the set. Seems people do appreciate it. That did just under 14,000 subscribers. This did just over 12,000. So honestly, overall, it's actually worked out quite nicely. I'm kind of surprised. I thought we needed to see like the actual collection continuations to see that work out. But then again, it hasn't been like a full week since the Rust store. So maybe if you leave it another week or so, might have problems still. We'll see. We'll see. A lack of collection continuations would lead to some problems. So people most likely bought them out in anticipation for the hoodie and pants. And with all due respect, I understand. I get it. So, okay, cool, 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 cool. So hopping back over to here. If you like it, feel free to go ahead and show support. And now we anticipate tier 2 or boots and gloves or a jacket. Jacket would be all right as well. It's up to you, Little Ranger and Better. Let's see if that gets accepted then. And let's see if you make some interesting skins afterwards. Although they might pace themselves. I know Little Ranger has like a hand in various different collections. Maybe on a weapon skin. That wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, just remember. Croco, Toxic, Abyss, Cock. You can't forget about Cock. Alright? You should do. A longsword. Do it. You know you can. Anyway. Moving on. Baby Octopus, roadside gloves and boots, an independent nude design produced by Grumo Katerina, bright pink, dark purple, an interesting choice of colours that we haven't seen before. So let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Best of luck, best of luck. But over to here, I spy with my eyes some fish booties. And I get the feeling Shedman probably thought, you know what? With all these recent extra late boots that have been accepted to complete a set, I think a lot of people probably would appreciate some fish boots, he probably thought. So he went ahead and he produced them. Now, is it the first time we've seen them? So let me just quickly... Oh, no, we haven't. I remembered the shoes. I was like, I swear we've seen some before. No, Hedge, you're thinking... Oh, sorry. You're thinking of the leather, the burlap shoes. So over to here, no, we have not seen boots. We have not seen the tier 3. He made that, but it wasn't accepted. all of that's in the positive, except these two skins. They came out this year. Give it time. I'm sure they'll flourish as well. But if we were to see those boots been accepted, I do think the tier 2 and the... Oh, no, we don't even have hoodie and pants. Well, I'm sure the tier 2 would appreciate it. The kilt, more specifically. But even then, the tier 2 here is also doing very nicely. Do we get the roadside gloves? No. Oh. But was it submitted? I swear we've seen roadside gloves before. There's the hoodie and pants. There we are. Roadside gloves. 2021. Maybe in the future. We shall see. Alright, cool. So, anyway. Tier 2 would probably appreciate it, but it's already kind of up in price a bit. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. More specifically, the kilt. I'll say that again. So, alright. Best of luck to you, Mr. Shedman. Let's see if that works out nicely. Oh, sorry about that. Over to here. Another attempt for a blackout alternative. Some tier 2 armor right here. Then we've got another collection continuation. And then we have tier 3 armor. Let's go. So over here we have the Darkness tier 2 set. It's got a transparent version and a regular version. So this is produced by Wagan, Mr. W-A-G-A-N. Get a good look at that. And then look at the transparent design with the coffee can. Bit silly, but he did provide a regular version as well. So, you know, you have that allowance to test out and be a little bit creative. Now over to here we also have the vest. Then over to here with the extra picture. We also have the transparent version and a transparent kilt. Ooh. Actually, I think the vest is just transparent regardless. Where's the pictures? There you go. Yeah, you can see it all like there. So, alright, something different, something new. So best of luck to again. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Let's see if it works out nicely. Best of luck to you, good sir. But you do have competition, and that is the Cryo Tier 2. Now, just to repeat and reiterate, it's metallic. It's light metallic, but it's not white. But maybe in the snow it still works out. Hey, if we see tier 3 or tier 2 armor, I'll happily showcase it. But, I don't know. We'll see. Like, another brand new weapon, another brand new clothing armor set. Still anticipating cryo weapons. Like, honestly, a cryo jackhammer would be really cool. Just saying. So, I mean, it's nice to see. But now I remind you, the collection only consists of deployables at the moment, which you'll see right now. Ta-da, there you go. Slightly down in price, perfectly happily up in price, and down by a quarter. Did sell a lot, though. I did sell a lot. I don't know. Tier 2 would be cool. I would like to see it happen. But I would have also liked to see the wooden double door, the sheet metal double door, the garage door, the vending machine, but nope. Nope. So, okay. Well, we'll see what becomes of that then. But by all means, if you like it, feel free to go ahead, show support, and let's see if it gets accepted. Best of luck to you, Mr. Fuff. But yeah, I don't seem to want to accept your skins. Best of luck. Now over to here, we have an interesting design. In reference to the Exhibit Decor DLC pack, we've got a mannequin, didn't we? This guy went ahead and made a mannequin tier 3 set. Yes, Mr. Segis has made something that you could try and trick people with. It would be nice to pretend to be a mannequin, but you're not going to fool anybody. But it is a pretty silly idea. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Segis. Let's see if that works out nicely. I do appreciate you did all the poses with it and whatnot, so that's pretty funny. Best of luck. Best of luck. No, oh, damn, I thought that actually was him in the middle. All right, anyway, what happened to your legs? Over to here, we have the Space Tier 3, produced by a Mr. HSM and Claytails. We don't actually have that many blue sets in the game. So, is that hoodie and pants I see there? I think it's just one of the suits in the game. Anyway, best of luck to you two. Let's see if that works out nicely. Again, the lack of blue could probably be solved. But you do have competition, and it just so happens to be Funerary Friend Tier 3 version 2. And I have talked about this a lot. So sit down, relax, let's discuss this. So we got the Tier 2 accepted in this rush store, and it was very nice to see. I'm not complaining. But the sales have gone a little bit too far. But you see, the hoodie pants here, they did just under 11,000 subscribers. Said this multiple times already. Tier 2, it's sitting here at 25 to 26,000 subscribers. By tomorrow, with the abnormal skins and we do the barders, they'll probably go up to 27,000 subscribers. And then, of course, with the Force White, no, with the Rust or rotation, we'll probably see up to 28 to 30,000 subscribers. This is a big concern, because this has basically sold triple the amount of the hoodie and pants. Now, let me tell you this. if we were to see the tier 3 in the very next roster, or the roster after that, that tier 2 would actually manage to survive. This type of scenario has happened before, when we had the Island Assault hoodie and pants. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. I've lost it. There it is. Yep. That sold far too much compared to the tier 3 and the boots and gloves. But because we got the tier 2 the very next rush store, everything was alright. Unfortunately, the tier 2 sold more than hoodie and pants, and nothing came out after that to really give it a boost. Backpack didn't seem to do anything, so that's kind of there at the moment. Still hoping for post-Christmas to work out for that. Anyway, if we don't see the tier 3 in the next rush store, I worry for this. I really do. That's a discussion for tomorrow, because as I said, the kilt, the vest, that is abnormal, and we'll discuss that tomorrow. So, it's nice to see. And by all means, if you like it, show support. Best of luck to Mr. MA1. Will we actually get another blackout alternative being completed? Was my tire tier 3? Was my funerary tier 3? Oh, there we go. Was my deep ruby tier 3? Anyway, moving on. So, we'll see what becomes of that. But that armor desperately needs it. And that is the end of the clothing and armor. And of course, the whole video. So out of all the clothing armor skins, which one stood out to you the most? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. And you can then apply that to all the skins of the video. Which few skins would you write down and say, I need that accepted in the next rush store? Feel free to comment below. Right, so I've got to point this out. October, a few weeks' time, we're anticipating some weapon changes. This was mentioned in the blog post for September. They announced October is going to have some meta changes, so like genuine big changes that are going to shift the meta. So far, we've just seen some changes to the barricade, the wooden barricade. Shore crates are now a thing. You can find them on the beaches. We've seen no mentions of weapons. And I do think I might need to make a video discussing this, because the possibility of seeing weapon buffs and weapon nerfs, oh, the effect that will have. I mean, if you saw revolvers getting nerfed, oh my, they won't become reliable investments anymore. But if you saw like, I don't know, a sap nerf, for example, I don't think those skins would be holding up anymore, because again, when you see a buff for a weapon, chances are a lot more people want to use it, so more usage leads to more demand for skins, which of course leads to better skin prices. But then if you looked at like the sap, for example, you might end up seeing a lot of the prices go down if they decided to nerf it. So I'm just giving you hypotheticals, examples. In the past, and I mentioned it earlier, Thompson used to be a very, very reliable option for a very, very reliable thing for skins to work out very nicely. And unfortunately, they changed the aim cone. It wasn't as good, and now the skins aren't as good. Now this year, we've actually seen quite a lot of sap skins, so the prices are a bit eh. But with the previous skins in the past, prices have been pretty good. Gets a lot of usage, it is appreciated. Skins are bought, they are applied, they are adored. But if the sap were to be nerfed, for example, then unfortunately, all those prices might end up in the red. So that's a perfect example. I might have to wait a little bit longer because I need to see if they actually do change any weapons. It's happened before. You remember the recoil update? Yes, you are not very happy about that. Yep. Now, another thing to discuss. If we could just quickly hop over to here and show it to you right there. I've already recorded a video discussing this and showcasing this. Another survey has been put up by FacePunch. The link to that will be in the description. Take a look right now. Just remember, if you're already signed in to like a Gmail, it will show your email. So if you don't want that to be seen, just giving you a warning. At the beginning of August, they asked us what weapons would you like to see become skinnable next. Well, now they're asking you for tools. They've asked about salvaged axe. They've asked about chainsaw. They've asked about wire tool. Go give this a good look if you want. But I will have a video out on this Saturday. And I'll talk about, well, what would you like to see being made next? And I also bring up the idea of, well, I'm anticipating deployables next. I'm anticipating maybe some clothing and armor. Wolf headdress. A little bit earlier, I just mentioned, it'd be nice if we could have skinnable wood armor. Well, there you go. Maybe they're going to ask armor next. Maybe they're going to talk about deployables next. We'll see. But it is a survey. And they're asking you, what would you like to see being made next? Or rather, become skinnable next. I am under the impression, I don't think it's going to be at the end of this year, but maybe at some point, the beginning of next year, we'll probably see more weapons, more deployables, more tools, more clothing armor, becoming skinnable. Personally, for tools, as I said, I'd vouch for chainsaw. I'd vouch for the salvage decks. Even C4. Yeah, C4 explosive has mentioned this as well. I mean, if you've got satchel charges, if you've got grenades that are skinnable, why not C4? Special delivery. Cool. Oh, sorry about that. Alright then, I've been talking for far too much. I need to drink a ton of water. Thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. And once again, do not forget, Halloween is just around the corner. Keep an eye on this collection. Again, it's linked in the description. And I'm pretty sure you're going to start seeing a lot more Halloween skins appearing. Just refresh that every other day or so. And I'll be keeping an eye on it. Will we get 3 weeks of Halloween, or will it just be the standard 2? We shall see. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.